All right, Jensen, so we get to this Friday. We're now in the first week of August. We know that obviously we're going to get down to the nitty-gritty here pretty darn soon with teams that really trying to make those last runs to being a possible playoff participant. You know, I talked about that Blue Jays game yesterday and how devastating I thought that loss was for them as a long shot to come back and get into this race. Now they go to Philadelphia, and boy, the Phillies all of a sudden, Jensen, playing really good baseball. And Luis Arraez, just very quickly, feels like exactly what the doctor ordered. Have they gotten him out yet since he came over to the Phillies?
Yeah, they have. But this is going to be one of those great pitching matchups on paper that we're going to take advantage of. Jose Soriano going to make his Blue Jays debut there at Citizens Bank Park. The Zach Wheeler-led Philadelphia Phillies at home. Why not an under? I played it at 8.5, minus $1.42 for 2.5 units, Dave. Jose Soriano, 5 straight games allowing 3 runs or fewer. The Philadelphia Phillies with Zach Wheeler on the mound, 6 of his last 7 home starts, he has allowed 3 runs or fewer. And the Phillies have been pretty good, a little bit over 500, 25, 21, and 3 as a home favorite to the under. So let's get some free air conditioning down there at the Citizens Bank Park. And an offense there for Philadelphia that, yeah, they have found a little bit of life with Luis Arraez, but a downtrodden Blue Jay offense. Not a lot of Vladimir Guerrero Jr. here. Not that it's really mattered in the power department, but they will be, I think, challenged against Wheeler. I do like that under 8.5, 2.5 units there for Toronto and Philadelphia tonight.
Yeah, Luis Arraez has been fitting right into the top of the lineup, and he has been a tough man to get out, that's for sure, so far. Guardians have been easy to get out. My Mets just got a nice sweep on them, and the White Sox, boy, licking their chops after what just happened in Beantown. Jensen, what are you looking at in that new series? Very pivotal, we would think, in that division.
Yeah, remember that last night it was the White Sox playing 13 innings against the Red Sox on getaway day. So a little weary, I would say, coming into the ballpark, but they're going to have to catch a little bit of some smelling salts, Dave, to get ready for a Guardians club that begins play tonight, just 3 games behind them. The Twins, by virtue of their win over the Royals yesterday, also tied with the Guardians for second there in the American League Central. Great matchup for us tonight. We get Parker Messick, who has been a dog, an absolute man among men. 193 career ERA in 3 starts against the White Sox. The Guardians, Dave, is a road favorite. One of the best undermarks in baseball, 16-6 to the under. And so we like the under 8.5 here, minus $1.15, 2.5 unit play here. White Sox have struggled so far in August, Dave, a 207 team average in 5 August games. They have really been stymied, and hey, you run into the buzzsaw of the Boston Red Sox, that's going to happen. But I think this is a great spot to back a guy in Parker Messick, who has been absolutely sensational, was an all-star there for Cleveland. Let's keep the good vibes going. And to that end, Noah Schultz, who's going to be the big left-hander going for the Chicago White Sox tonight. Guardians still have yet to kind of find their offensive legs, even with Nathaniel Lowe and Joe Adell coming over the first couple of days. Jose Ramirez still trying to work his way back into some consistency from the hamate injury. I think runs at a premium there on the south side tonight. Great series, though. A lot of October feel with these two teams going head-to-head tonight.
I think I'm sensing a theme in some of your selections today. I wonder if that continues deep in the heart of Texas with the Orioles coming in town. Shane Baz is going to be on the bump here against Nathan Eovaldi. And Jensen, I'm seeing in some shops, I'm already seeing that total down to 7.5. Are you playing a different number in this game?
Yes, this is where you like some prediction market opportunities, Dave. Novig has the under 8.5, minus $1.38. So we're going to play that again. A 2.5 unit play. So I like the opportunity to get a little bit more of a cushion in that spot. The matchup tonight, as you said, on the mound is going to be an intriguing one with Shane Baz, but Nathan Eovaldi there on the flip side. Always like it when we get the Rangers as a home favorite with one of the big dogs on the mound tonight. Rangers so far as a home favorite, they are just a little bit over 500, 14-11-1 to the over, but this is more predicated on where the Orioles have struggled a bit, and you get a lot of swing and miss capability here with Nathan Eovaldi. Looking at his splits right now and his game logs, the last handful of times out, The last outing was not good, but that was on the road in Houston. Outing before that at home, really nice. 7 innings, 3 hits, 1 run against the Seattle Mariners. Baltimore has had their own issues offensively here, so I do like this one again. An under 8.5, minus $1.38, 2.5 unit play, Orioles and Rangers tonight.
It didn't take a lot for my Mets faithful to start getting excited about this new look Mets team here. You get a sweep in Cleveland. Going to stay on the road here, taking on the Pirates. And it's going to be Zach Thornton on the bump here for the Metropolitans. Jensen, somebody I've asked you about earlier this year, in that you're looking for maybe some things you can find in the rubble of this season. Have the Mets found something here in Thornton, not just this year, plus $1.27 on the bump today, but maybe next year's rotation as well?
Well, again, these are young players, as I've told you. This is a very intriguing part of handicapping this time of year, Dave. Teams that have sold at the deadline, teams that are already pivoting and looking ahead to next year. You have a lot of young players that are going to be trying to earn spots already for the opening day roster if we have baseball in 2027. I would say the under, and again, this is a Pirates offense that has fallen off as of late, Dave. They have really struggled here the last handful of weeks. Under 8.5 actually looks like some value here. Shop around for your best number, but $1.20 seeing there at circa. Consensus line right now is 8.5. There are 8s already. BetMGM has an 8. DraftKings has an 8. Fanatics also has an 8. So again, there's going to be a couple other places here where you can shop around. FanDuel still at 8.5. Hard Rock for those of you in legal jurisdictions at an 8.5 as well. Interesting spot here with the pitching matchup. I think the under is certainly where I would be. But I'll tell you, Dave, this is also for the Mets, a little plus money for a struggling Pirate offense. And with the sweep now, with the Mets coming off, looking at what they just did in Cleveland, not going to play it as of yet. We'll wait to see lineups. But, hey, ride the highs. New York Metropolitans. It might be a little sneaky money line spot for the Mets tonight.
Now we're talking, Jensen. Now we're getting excited. I don't know if the Reds lead the league in starting chases out there, but we've got another chase, not Burns, Chase Petty, that's going today on the bump here for the Redlegs. And all of a sudden, I know they hate to see the Athletics go away, but the Reds having a good start post-trade deadline, I wonder if they can keep those good vibes going here for Cincinnati, maybe in a good spot here on the road today.
Don't look now. Dave, the wild card race for the National League, the Reds are they're still minus 60 in the run differential. Okay. let's not get crazy, but they are just 2 games under 500. Or they've won 4 in a row. They've won 7 of their last 10. It's a little bit of a softer spot. And we'll kind of see with James Wood out now, a little bit leaner offense. No Luis Garcia Jr. for the Washington Nationals. I can see where we're going here, but if you are Terry Francona's club, the time is now. Take advantage of the scheduling spots here. I'm seeing right at even money for the Cincinnati Reds in most spots here. No real feel for me, Dave, on the total in this matchup, albeit it is the Nationals at home. So if you want to blindly bet the over, that's usually been there. The problem, you don't have James Wood, you don't have Luis Garcia Jr., so it's not as cut and dry there. Again, Reds in a very advantageous scheduling spot here in the wild card race, just 4 back. Wow. Who would have thought, just knowing they just lost Hunter Green to the IL, but this is still part of the schedule. If they can keep the momentum going, they are right in the thick of this thing.
It just feels like the Marlins are free falling a little bit. Rough series against the Braves, outfielders running into each other, giving up home runs. And you see the Nationals have just slided away a little bit here. And I'm starting to look at those other teams. And again, I really do like the Padres to get in here. But it feels like we're starting to see the demarcation lines now after the trade deadline. Which teams that sold, as you mentioned, Jensen, they're kind of fading away. And other teams that might have a little bit of renewed life. What a treasure it is to have Thomas Gable up this morning, not at the Borgata in Atlantic City, but at Circa in Las Vegas, catching up with TG next right here on VSiN by the Books.